It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Backchannel, the only place where you can listen to, watch, and chat live with hosts. And right now, you are watching Get On Up with Jam and Renee. I am your breakfast jam, James Arthur M.
And I am Renee Culver. Jam, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Renee.
morning.
I gotta tell you, I love it when you call me Jam. And just so the kids know, Andrea, welcome. Just joined the stream just in time. Andrea's like, I have a feeling Get On Up is starting, and I need to get on up.
I gotta be there. There. Yes.
Renee calls me Jam, not only on the show, not just for funsies, but also like in real life, and I appreciate it. I've been trying to make it stick my entire life, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
James is no more. No more. I'll never say it again. Jam going forward. Jam going forward. It is tricky when you don't have, and we're going to say hi to you, Get On Uppers, in just a moment, but I have to go off on nicknames.
They're like, what about me?
Good morning to me. Say good morning to me. I have found that you can't be pleased as a person. If you have a name that is naturally inclined to have a nickname, you hate it. Just call me by my name. And if you have a name like Renee or James, that isn't super lending to, I guess people call you Jim.
And I guess people call you Benizi. So,
but I definitely tried.
Somebody call me Jim.
I know.
Try to call me Jim. We're starting off with a fight. Don't you ask?
They wouldn't dare.
I had a woman once, and we're going to say good morning to you, Get On Up person, in 1 second. But I had to tell you.
Yes.
There was a woman I was booking for like a contract, like this work thing. And I think in an effort to try to like be chummy with me, she kept referring to me as Jim in the email. And it just, I don't ever.
That's taking some liberties. That is taking some instant liberties. Okay.
Never met a James I didn't like. We're good people, good track records.
Yes.
But I've met some questionable Jims. I have.
Yeah.
I've met some questionable Jims.
It's you hate to say it, but when it's true, it's true.
I can do Jimmy Jam.
Okay.
And I dated a Jimmy. We don't like him. But Renee, who's here? Who's here? Can you do the honors of roll call this morning?
I would love nothing more. Now, here, do you know what happened?
You closed the tab. You closed it. I know you. Girl, I got you.
Did you see my eyes frantically darting about? It's in my history. Don't worry about it. I'll find it. I like a clean desktop, but I'm ready now. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Amanda's ready. Amanda's been like,
Amanda's
say
here.
My name.
Sunny's here.
Destiny's Child this entire time. Say my name, Renee.
Love it. I love Amanda. We love to see you. Sunny, Deborah, Verona, Andrea, Bella, Lee, Home, Stu, Nathan, and sometimes C, Jennifer Lopez, and Cole. You guys, we're so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us this morning.
J-Lo, so good to see you. I hope you don't mind. I get nervous about nicknames. I do it out of endearment. Jennifer Lopez, if you do not want me to refer to you as J-Lo or Jenny from the Block, well, what's great about this show is you can interact and you can tell me to stop, actually. Right into your Echo device.
I do want to see J-Lo just be like, stop. Go ahead and stop.
You can just go say Jam stop. And I will never say that nickname ever again. And what's so great, you all are watching us either on your Echo device, or you might even be on the YouTubes, soon on the Facebook. We're not there yet. But you can interact with us. So on YouTube, you can also clickety-clack, type out your responses. But on Echo device, you don't got to use your fingers. You're busy. You're doing things. That's why I really encourage y'all to come on over to your Echo device. And that way you can just talk to your device. And it's like you're talking to us. And the magic word is say before anything you say. That's still trying to figure out the best way to speak that into existence.
Yeah, you know what? Because what would be better than that? Like, you probably don't, as you're getting ready to say something, rarely do you say. I was thinking you could, but I think it'd be fun for them to be like adorable about it. And the password is, I had a thought. I had a thought.
Say, please stop. Please say, I am traumatized.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're just doubling down on the say. I'm saying I'd like to
Sorry, I don't
replace
want to
say if I had a
confuse
thought.
that,
No,
but
you're
then,
making
but then here's what happened,
nope,
Renee.
yeah, yes,
I
that's fine.
love it. You're being clever, and it's so cute, and I love it, and I want to encourage it. But then they're going to
It's
go.
gonna get
I have a
confusing.
thought.
It's gonna
I
get
love this
confusing.
nickname, and then it never appears, and they think that we're not talking to them. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
my fear.
I
That was
get
my
I
fear.
get it. I get it. I
I
get it.
love your
I get it.
ideas. Keep them coming. They're as cute as your bangs, and
I
keep 'em
did.
coming.
I gave a get on Empress. Peggy Colvert tuned in. She tuned in. Peggy Colvert's one, Renee Colvert's mom, and she gave some notes. Jam, delightful, better than ever, best thing we've ever seen. Renee, fixing your hair too much. You're touching your face too much. So I stand before you as generally, I think, a Gen Xer. I might be a
Okay.
geriatric millennial, but still
Yeah,
influenced by my
whatever.
mom. Well, I
Whatever.
better cut some bangs.
It happens. It
Yeah.
happens. Well, welcome, Sunny, Stacy. Welcome. We're just getting started. So great to have you back, Stacy. We've missed you. Renee, I just want to point out
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Peggy. Love her. Peggy Colbert, big fan. And I just want to say, she's just trying to be your momager. She's trying to be
We
your
love
Dina
it.
Lohan, your Chris Jenner.
We love it. We love to see it.
Your Dina. Did we say Dina Lohan already?
I think
Yeah.
so.
So there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's just me giving notes to the producer.
Yep, totally fine. Well, hello, Stacy, and good morning to you. Oh, look, Stacy, fellow geriatric millennial. So we're not alone. We're all.
Love this.
I think we should rename this podcast "Get On Up with Geriatric Millennials" because I think
love it.
we got a lot of them out there.
I
We
love
also
it.
quiz.
Sunny, I'm so happy to be in good company with you. The very best.
Sunny, love it. Well, Sunny, thank you for being here. We're so glad you're here. We hope we don't scare you away. Let's tell Sunny and the gang. Oh, look, we've renamed the whole crew. Sunny, you've become our Beyonce in a matter of minutes. Let's tell Sunny and the gang what's in store for today's show. So it's Tuesday, and we like to do a little segment called Treat Yourself Tuesday. We'll tell you a little bit more about that, but what are you going to get yourself into later on in the day? And then we have a celebrity birthday quiz. Celebrities have birthdays just like us, and we're going to quiz you on some of these folks who are born today celebrating a birthday.
It's my favorite. As you come across these celebrities throughout the day, I came across both Chris Rock and Ashton Kutcher, right? Those were yesterday's. And I found myself thinking, well, it's their birthday. Happy birthday to them.
Did you go as far as to go onto their Instagram and write them a little post? Slide into their DMs.
I didn't. But it's just fun to be like, I hope he's having a good day. Look at that.
And he lives next. I bet Jennifer Lawrence popped by because, as we learned yesterday, she's neighbors and she comes by the Kutcher's house often.
So cool. Oh, they're
Hold
all
up.
so cool.
So Ashton was married to Demi Moore.
Mm-hmm.
They divorced, and then he married Mila Kunis. Wow.
Yeah. Scandalous at the time, but I think now they're like, we're old, we're all friends. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, then we've got two truths and a lie dates themes. We're going to play the old game, two truths, and a nope, that's not it.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Two deuce and a douche. That's right. It's perfect. That's exactly what we're playing.
Adele Dazeem. Yes, just John Travolta that one. Two truths and a lie. Dates edition. So we're going to talk about dates that we've been on in honor of St. Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
I cannot wait. Sadly, I think two of mine are from high school. Okay. She needs to get some more dating experience under her belt. I love this so much. We'll do our Black History moment of the day. Jamie, you want to give us a little taste? Who we got today?
Oh, yes, we will.
Well,
today's a two-parter because we have two sister friends who are doing the work. So today is going to be Mary Church Terrell, who was just doing some amazing work in the late 1800s, early 1900s, just doing really, really great work in terms of civil rights. So before there was a giant civil rights movement. So I'm gonna
amazing.
Her.
Yeah, man. These groundbreakers. This is a conversation for once we get in the topic. We're also going to do Today I Saw, which will be the news. The news. What's in the news today? I saw. I got some fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know what? Got to keep it light today because that Black History Month moment might hit you a little hard. So don't worry. We'll not be bringing up Ukraine today. That'll be tomorrow.
I'm sure we'll bring it up tomorrow. Sure,
And
that's
I
coming.
don't even think I'm going to talk about Joe Rogan at all today because there's been no new developments. I know. Finally,
Sure.
Once you start reporting on a story, you just start feeling compelled. They're like,
I feel compelled. You gotta follow up on it, and it
get on
is
up
a
for
mess.
sure.
So
It's a mess.
it makes
And
sense.
then Renee's hitting us with a BuzzFeed quiz. Remember those BuzzFeed quizzes you used to do all day at work? Well, don't worry, you can do it this morning,
And then we all can play. It's gonna be great.
Play.
Everybody's gonna play along. It's gonna be, and it also is a bit of a fortune teller quiz, in that it will let you know when you're going to fall in love. So my singles who are listening in, I'll tell you when you're gonna find them based off this BuzzFeed quiz.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. I'm doing the official Beyonce single ladies dance move. Sunny knows it because Sunny's are dubbed our Beyonce. I feel like every episode we should have who is the Beyonce of the show. Usually it's Stacey. Oh, well, now I don't want to pick favorites. So
Okay,
I
was gonna say they're all Beyonce. Just a gaggle of Beyonces in this chat.
Y'all
what are you
are the
talking
Beyonces. We're the Michelles, and Sarah, our producer, is the Kelly.
Love it. That's a good rank. I like that. That's good.
We just ranked it. Oh, and look at this. Sunny announcing that Sunny is celebrating their 12-year anniversary in a couple of months. Sunny, congratulations.
That's a big deal. Congratulations.
Huge. I need to know your secrets. My longest relationship has been 11 months. 11 months.
All right. Well, we're about to take a BuzzFeed quiz that's going to let you know. And Stacey, I know you think it's silly. I know you do, but you're going to take it and you'll be like, well, that was fun. I had a great time. Turns out silly is fun.
Sure, he's still out. We'll see. I understand, Stacey. Always have a little bit of skepticism. There it is. Oh, and Sunny, I love it. Yeah, hitting that 10-year anniversary in quarantine. And look at that, you survived. Congratulations. And I there's no joke about it. Not all the couples did. And so
sure did not.
That's really, really, really big. So, and then we're going to close out the day with Giving Tuesday, some organizations that you can give to. So,
I cannot wait.
There it is.
Yeah. Honey, I want to get back to this relationship. I feel like I'm a single lady, but if I survive the pandemic with my partner, I don't think I've ever worry of, are we going to be okay after that? I think about well, it does not get harder than that. So great. We're good to go forever. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. All right, Renee, where are we today?
Well, I'd love to tell you we're getting on into it. The Treat Yourself Tuesday. What are you treating yourself to? What are you going through that you need a treat? What are you treating yourself to? Do you have yours ready and prepared? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I'm not prepared. I just want to hear what you
Of course you are. Of course you are. You always are. You always
not
are.
prepared for your segment?
No, I want to a detriment. Do I know that you're prepared? There are some days, so far it's always happened. But there are some days where I am so tired by the time it is time to program the show, not that you're not, that it does occur to me. I was like, well, Jamal, he can carry the whole show by himself if we have to. So I don't want to always rely on you, but I do think that that's a true statement that I've said.
Real talk, I didn't know if Monocle Monday was going to happen. I had an extra article just in case. But it did. It did happen.
But you did, just in case. Of course you did. Of course you did. I think that the lesson here is I need to step it up so you don't think that you have to double prepare just in case.
No, it's not it. Okay, Treat Yourself Tuesday. Get on uppers, as Renee put it. We also want to hear from you. What are you going to treat yourself to? So go ahead, chime into that device. Roxy, welcome to the show. It's your first time here on Get On Up. We're doing a little Treat Yourself Tuesday, where we because Tuesday sometimes what is Tuesday, right? We want to make sure that every Tuesday we're giving ourselves that reward that we actually look forward to Tuesday. It becomes our favorite day of the week because we treat ourselves to something very nice. So
sure do.
Into your device, we want to hear it go. Say, I'm treating myself to Ruby Tuesdays for dinner.
Tim. That is how you become a favorite lickety split. That's how that happens.
So
treating myself to your show. Come on. The kindest and the nicest. I love it so much. Also, Sunny, I saw that you're taking a day off from counting calories, and I love it. I would like you to take every day off from counting calories. Get out of there. Get out of there, calories. We don't need you.
I love that too, because sometimes I love it thank you so much because I'm always thinking that treat yourself has to be like this thing, like I'm watching this movie or I'm going on this experience, but it could just be like, oh, I'm gonna not do this other thing, like this other thing that I'm always doing. not gonna do it. I love that so much. Renee, wow, what are you doing for
Yes.
today?
I would love to tell you. You know what's accidentally happened is that it has become Chipotle Tuesday. How that happened, I do not know. I do not know. But I think it starts out of I'm only going to eat what I have in the house this week. That's how it starts. A
Yes.
promise to myself.
Mhm.
And then of the delivery options, Chipotle is an affordable way. You can get a little something to your house under $20. So that is my loophole. I'm like, 20, but that's easy. Get some tacos over here. We're gonna be fine. But now I look forward to it. So it's Chipotle Tuesday at Renee's house. And then I have mere moments before the premiere of Dollface season 2 comes out on Hulu.
Ooh,
Love it so much.
great.
Kat Dennings coming back for us. So I got to do a rewatch. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will. I'm getting real gung-ho about preparing for this new job. Yesterday, I went off the rails, worked on it for like 3 hours. They are going to come in and be like, so the new girl, this is a lot.
I thought you said you were going to ease into it. No, guns blazing.
I know. Well, you weren't there to keep me. You weren't there to keep me in line.
Walls down. Okay. See, you didn't text back for a few hours. That's what you were doing.
That's what I was.
I should have called.
So sorry. You should have. And so it's a group doc of new people that I don't know, and it's what everybody else put for the suggestions, and then it's just a sea of Renee. So we're gonna have to find a.
Here are all the ideas.
What a mess. So I'm hoping that Dollface can keep me in line tonight, and I will watch Dollface instead of trying to come up with all the ideas tonight.
Well, you've got some follow-up questions from our resident Barbara Walters in the audience. Sunny, doing a follow-up question. What kind of job is it, Renee? What's the job?
Great question. Both Jam and I are in podcasting. So I am working in a new company to make a new podcast, and I've signed an NDA, so I can't talk about it just yet. But when it comes out, I'll tell you guys about it. I'll see if you like it. See if it's your jam.
Yeah. We pun intended. That's so exciting for you. Absolutely deserve it. So good. My treat yourself. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I started treating myself last night.
Oh, well, tell us everything, Jam. What'd you get yourself into?
I kicked off Treat Yourself Tuesday a little early. I was like, I can't wait. Mainly because also Tuesday night is my podcasting night, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to fully live up to my Treat Yourself Tuesday, so I kicked it off a little bit early, doing a little half it tonight, half it last night. But I ordered some delicious soul food from Berenda's. I got a delicious gumbo, so good. It's one of those slap your mama gumbos, and I'm like, Mama, glad you're not here. I don't know why that's the saying where they're like, it's so good you're gonna slap your mama. I'm sorry to the moms. I'm gonna stop. How about this? So good it makes you want to slap your daddy. Is that better?
What if we're real good about replacing the action. So we could tip your hat to your mom. Just a very nice work.
Okay.
Very good job. Or a fist bump. Or a raise the roof to your mom. Let's get all contact out of the picture.
You just want to raise the roof to your mama. I like it.
Mom's like, okay, I raised a nerd.
Copy print. She's like, slap me. It's good. So good. It makes you want to raise your roof to the mama. I love your mama. And so I high five your gram. Oh,
hilarious.
Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny. That's it. Right. There it is. You want to high five your gram.
It's so good. The gumbo is so good. It makes you want to high five your gram. I love that so much. Thank you, Sunny. All right. Good. So I ordered. I tend to do bulk ordering when I order from DoorDash because I'm like, well, because you pay the delivery fee and so I try to get 2 meals. I also ordered some macaroni and cheese. Ooh, all that to say, half of that will be finished today, and then I don't know what I gotta treat myself to something, maybe a little like Murderville, which I'm absolutely loving.
How many have you watched so far?
1.5. Okay. I am notorious for not finishing shows all the way through. I'm like, we'll just watch like 15 minutes of it, and then I'm like, okay, great. Like, it takes me forever. Movies the same way. It just takes me forever to finish. I'm on the same episode of Ozark for like the last week. I'm still on episode 6. It's too intense. I have to watch a little bit. It
makes sense. I have an ethical question about finishing a show that we don't have to address now, but at some point I do need advice from you in the Get On Uppers.
Okay.
on whether or not I can finish.
Oh, also sidebar, I just want to put the thing, if you all have been here, you know that Renee had made a commitment to watch season 2 of Dollface with me.
Yeah.
And I did hear her saying, ooh, season 2 Dollface, can't wait to jump in. I just want to
Oh, no.
hopefully make sure we're holding her accountable that she did say that she would wait for me.
Never.
This is why I'm single, because
Yeah,
I would
no.
I would be dating someone, they would watch it without me, and then they'd be like, what? I wanted to watch it. True story.
Never.
True story.
Never. I would never. The whole reason I'm preparing is so I can impress you, because you'll recall that I was like, I also love it. And you're like, Macaulay Culkin was in it. I was like, he was? So I just want to make sure that any reference that is referred to in season 2, we both have the exact same sort of lexicon for like, oh, yes, I remember. Tim, couldn't agree more. Murderville is laugh out loud funny. Is rest of the Get On Uppers, are you guys watching Murderville on Netflix?
So good. And like, so the premise is that like it's all improv, and it's what's his face, BoJack Horseman guy. What's his name?
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. Yes. So it's Will Arnett. Will Arnett is the voice of BoJack Horseman, right?
Yeah.
There's somebody else who John Benjamin. They have very similar voices. Anyways.
Okay.
No. Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll. His voice. Renee. Kroll.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. I was thinking I was helping, but when I go back and watch the tape, I'll be like, oh, good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say
LA
like that.
comedy friend. It's Kroll.
So
yeah,
sorry.
she lives in LA.
Never met him.
Comedians. It's Kroll. Anyways, but a lot of people thought that Will Arnett was the voice of that hormone monster in Big Mouth, but it's Will Arnett. Anyways, so it's Will Arnett, and then he has a guest star every episode, and they're solving a murder, but it's all improv, and it's just really impressive. It's so incredibly impressive because they're making it up as they go along. It's wild. It's fun, and it's fun to catch real moments, because when you're watching a scripted show that you're just like, oh, that's not the actor, that's the person. It's cute. It's fun. Yep. And then, Sunny, to answer your question, is the new season worth watching? It is of Ozark. Absolutely. But again, I have to, it takes me forever to finish an episode. I'll press pause. I'll do something else to get my heart rate down. I pace watch the show a lot. I also text a lot while I'm watching it because it makes me feel like safer. It's very intense. It's so good. The women on the show are so well written. And they've also, I think, been taking notes of like, oh, okay, there is a lot of white people on the show. Can we diversify? Like, and also not just have all the Latinx characters be connected to the drug cartel. Now there's a Latinx lady sheriff who's on there now. So, doing some good stuff. Doing some good stuff. Ooh, Sunny, I'm curious about that. Love, Death, and Robots. Yes, I want to watch that. Where's that? I'll find it. I just saw the title. She's like, great. I'm on it. I love robots. I love robots. You do. It's on Netflix. So Renee, she's got an account. She's ready to go. I'll go. And even producer Sarah chiming in our private chat that we have behind the scenes. Producer Sarah says it's also really good. So there it is. I love it. Yep. I love it. Okay. Well, I can't wait to check it out. I'm going to be very busy. Poor Olympics. When will I get to you? I don't know. You were the one that was like, nobody's watching the Olympics. This is a travesty. I know. Back in my day, we all used to huddle around the same TV and watch the Olympics. And Renee, how much of the Olympics have you watched? You just watched Leslie Jones's commentary. Zero. I just watched Leslie Jones. Well, because I tell you what, it's that whole bite-sized thing that we were talking about yesterday that I can't bring myself to do it in bite-sized pieces. I'm like, well, I got to get caught up on every event and everything, and you can't. It's too much. So I need to pick one event and just dedicate myself to that, but haven't started. All right, well, it's time for happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's so great because it's digital delay, the timing. We'll never sing a song together unless one of us is just really offbeat, but we're both dancers, so that'll never happen. No. Did you see me try to hit your pitch though? I was like, I did hear that. Not successfully. I'm gonna try to
Oh,
say it next time.
please
Happy
do.
birthday to you. Happy birthday. And see if you can catch me there. Okay.
Very excited.
Celebrities.
Whose birthday is it? Yes, tell me, tell
Celebrities
me,
have
tell me.
birthdays just like us. So you will please help. You are working alongside Renee. We're gonna say happy birthday to a celebrity who is celebrating their birthday today. But we're also gonna ask you a trivia question about them. So Renee's gonna need your help. You just enter your device, say the answer is Captain Hook. And then if that's the right answer, and I'll be like, no, we were looking for beef. The answer was beef, and you said Captain Hook.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah,
Yeah. That's wish if I
what
had a
was
nickel.
the question? What was the question? The answer was beef, and you said Captain Hook.
Yeah, I think what is Kris Jenner's nickname?
There we go. Oh gosh. All right. All right. And thank you, Stacey. You are I'm bad and silly. And I feel like that's like that 90s bad. Oh, you bad. You go out with your bad self. All right. It's John Williams' birthday. John Williams is turning 90. John Williams, the composer, is celebrating his birthday today. Do we have I think in our lovely producer Sarah whipping up that photo there. So in a moment, we'll see. I'm so curious what he looks like these days. So John Williams celebrating 90th birthday. What 3 famous franchises has he composed for? We're looking for 3.
Okay. All right, guys, we can do this.
3.
We can absolutely do this. Star Wars. We know that. Oh,
Dang,
God, do we know that?
Renee, coming out the gates.
No,
And you
here's
started off,
yeah.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, and then immediately, here's my get on uppers. There is a concert hall in Los Angeles called the Hollywood Bowl, and every summer they do a John Williams concert. And I haven't gone just yet, but I have seen the footage from people that have, and I remember everybody getting out their lightsaber. So I think that's the thing, and I think that's John Williams. John Williams, Star Wars. I also feel like it's Indiana Jones, which would be what was the question? It's a like a empire. What
name 3 franchises that he has composed for?
So I'm gonna go 3. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and then also I agree, Tim. Indiana Jones, and then what's that third one? Hold on, we can do this. If we all bunker down and believe in ourselves. DC Comics, Stacey says, I like that. I think that could be a good option. Is it Back to the Future? Is that a franchise? Does Jaws count? I bet Jaws does count, Tim. And obviously, get on uppers. I'm going to stick with you. First, we all agree that it's Star Wars. Yes, we can all align. Okay, so Star Wars is 1. Indiana Jones is 2, and we're just trying to figure out the third one. Tim says Jaws. How do you guys feel? Is that the third franchise? And I say Back to the Future, which I do not know if we did or not. Let's go with Jaws. I like Jaws. Let's do Jaws. Okay. Final answer. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Jaws. Final answer. Did we win?
All right. So we said Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Jaws.
Jaws. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it. That's absolutely the ones that are on my list. I was also looking for
Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, of course. Okay. Wait, did he do Back to the Future? Can you confirm?
We'll have to do.
I don't know if he did
that one.
Okay.
I don't think so. A little too whimsical for
Back to the Future.
Oh, look at this list of compositions by John Williams.
Yes.
Back to the Future is not on there.
Sure.
He also did E.T.
Sure. Yeah,
but that's not a franchise.
Okay.
Which is Eastwick. I mean, just so many different ones there.
This kid is so prolific. Oh, yes.
Look, remember I said the answer was Captain Hook, and look, he did do Hook.
Wow, look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. All right.
All right. Yep. Next one. Here we go. Our next one is, all right, Sarah, just are we able to show, I think a picture would be helpful for this one, but no worries if we're not able to get the pictures up. Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak. Do we have a photo of Anderson .Paak?
Let's see. I'm curious to see who Anderson .Paak is. And while we wait, Stacey, I'm sorry that you fell down and hurt your hand. I hope it's feeling better.
No. All right. Okay, Anderson .Paak. So that's P. Oh, there we go. Anderson .Paak. We got it. Anderson .Paak is turning 36 today. 36.
There. Okay.
And
Happy
Anderson
birthday.
.Paak, who's actually better known by his stage name of Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
What famous singer is he bandmates with?
Ooh, great question. How do we feel? Good on uppers. What famous singer is Anderson .Paak?
.Paak bandmates with Aaron just in time to help Renee and Get on Uppers with it. Anderson .Paak celebrating their 36th birthday, better known by their stage name Anderson .Paak, famous singer in a band with this also famous singer. You know,
ooh, I love it. Tim says Bruno Mars. Always right, Tim. Always right, Tim. I like it. That seems fun to me. Bruno Mars.
Okay, we're locking in Bruno Mars. That is the correct answer. Bonus follow-up question. Tim, you're feeling hot. Do you know the name of their band? They're this duo band that they're in. What is the name of their band?
Great question. I don't know. Get on uppers. I need you. You and I both know that Stacey also says Bruno Mars. Stacey, you got it right. If it is not a musical soundtrack, I did not know it. Silk Sonic from Tim. Is that right, Jam? Based off your gasp alone, I feel like Tim got it.
I'm gonna need to see what your workstation, what's on your Google right now, Tim. But maybe you're just a big fan.
No, Tim, I need you.
Silk Sonic, yes, absolutely.
Nice.
There it is. All right,
Tim, I appreciate you so much. Tim, the official researcher of the show, according to me.
I just want to point out that Googling things during a test does not count as research. No. You can't go to the
I think it might.
Like,
I think it might.
I'm just doing research. Your research needed to be done beforehand. Okay, you can't do research during a quiz, Renee. It's not an open research quiz.
No. But listen, I'm calling it research.
You're not studying to be a librarian.
No. But I've changed the word.
How to find things.
You call it cheating. I call it research, and therefore it's allowed.
I think this rebranding is working.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be like Putin. I said I was going to bring up Ukraine. We're calling it like war and hostile takeover. He's just calling it just checking on.
Just popping in to say hi.
Just gonna check in and see what's happening. Just coming to take care of you, my neighbors. I miss you. Just giving you a big hug.
That's all.
Oh, and Tim's also confirmed that Tim is also not on Bing. Yeah, but what about Ask Jeeves? Are you Jeevesing?
Sure. I feel like we can trust him. Tim seems trustworthy to me. I think he's just a fountain of knowledge.
All right.
That's what you get.
I will say Tim did give me my favorite line last week from our Janet Jackson quiz that I still laugh and giggle at. What is Janet Jackson's middle name? And Tim goes, well, she did tell us it was privacy, that her middle name is privacy. Last name is control. Her first name ain't baby. And now every time I hear that, I'm like, no, she did say her middle name was privacy.
She told you. It's right in the lyrics.
Her middle name is actually Damita Joe, which is what her album, her 9th or 8th album was named after. Okay, great. Cicely Strong is turning 38 today. Cicely Strong from SNL. All right. Renee, I think you're going to know this one. And
I doubt it.
As a musical theater
person,
let's try it. I feel like you would have devoured this.
Yeah.
So name the Apple TV musical she stars in opposite Keegan-Michael Key, where she and her fiance are trapped in an old-timey musical.
I love it. I do know it, but get on uppers. Let's play together as a team. Did you guys watch this
so on Apple? Of you. That's the first time you made space. Usually when Renee knows it, she's like, "Get out of my
Excuse me." But I think enough times of you saying, "Great, Renee, did you want to ask the get on uppers?" has sunk in to the point where now I'm just like, all right. And Tim got it. Tim knows. I want other people to confirm. I think that all programming on Apple TV is so lucky because when Tim Lasso is not currently releasing new episodes. You go to
Ted
Apple and you're just like,
Lasso.
well, I guess I'll just watch everything else.
Yeah.
And most of the time it works out for you.
Yeah.
Tim is correct. It is Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon. It's great.
Also, who was in that show was recent Golden Globe winner for West Side Story, Ariana DeBose.
Sure. Look at that. Kristen Chenoweth is also in it, and Alan Cumming. It's a lot of Broadway folks.
It's great. I don't know if it's gonna get a season 2. It was kind of a hit or miss. Not everybody loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was fun.
It was a good
homage to
time.
movie musical.
We had a good time. I genuinely don't like those old musicals, so I would love to see the same concept, but use new musicals. Make fun of the new musicals.
Yeah. Skipping past the ones in the 50s.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone could comment on it, it'd be this show. I'm like,
That's true. That's very, very true.
Counter, Keegan Michael Key, you can't sit here.
I love it. Yes, and he could do it. Also, Cicely, first, happy 30th birthday to Cicely Strong. And what a voice on you. What a voice on you.
Yeah. I mean, you can just tell she's just such a theater nerd kid, like her and Bowen Yang on SNL. Any chance they get to do some sort of musical Broadway singing thing, they do it. Two more birthdays. Yes. So here we go. We've got William Jackson Harper is turning 42 today. You know him, you'll love him if you were a big fan of The Good Place. Also, season 2. So he played Chidi on The Good Place. If you've not seen The Good Place, you're doing it wrong, and you could be doing it better. Go watch 4 seasons. So good, so good. So he played Chidi on The Good Place. What could his character in The Good Place not do? His character was always struggling with something, and he couldn't do something.
Oh, yeah, I know this. Also, help me out with the name. Was it Love Life that he was on? What did I lose my
Love
mind
Life
in?
Season 2. Love Life Season 2. He was so good.
Such a good actor.
I didn't even watch season 1. I just watched the season 2 of it. He was so good in it. It was so good. Love Life Season 2. He's so good.
Agreed. And Aaron is here with the correct answer. Anybody else want to chime in with the correct answer? You guys got it. I know you got it. I just want everyone to be able to be like, I also knew it. Also me.
Hey, Aaron's got the right answer. Anybody else want to also say, make a decision? Look at everybody coming in. Say, make a decision.
Make a decision. Make a decision. Yeah, poor Chidi couldn't make a decision. Poor thing.
Yeah. And actually, the actor said that it helped him be less neurotic in his life playing this actor.
That's very cool. That makes sense. Yeah, I was just like, well, I don't want to be like that. I love it. Good Place is so good.
It's such a good show. It made me realize like in season 3 they come to this point where they're like, it's so hard to be a good person, because it's like even you're like, well, I drink almond milk, but then like almond milk uses so much water, and you're actually destroying the environment. Like it's so hard to be a good person these days.
I also appreciated the by what means are you a good person? Because theoretically always helping people, but sometimes you come into a place where helping people is enabling people. So then actually you're doing them a disservice, and just sort of like that. It's impossible to know what makes you a good person.
It's like your cheating. It was based off of you. I can't do it. That was not my Renee impression.
No, it's pretty good. That was pretty accurate
impression. All right, last birthday. Let's go to Seth Green, turning 48. 48. All right, y'all. What famous show was he on in the 90s, only from season 2 to season 4? The show went on for 7 seasons.
Because we know him from Austin Powers. That's how I know him. Right?
Okay.
Wasn't he in Austin Powers? I swear to God, this brain of mine.
I know him from something else.
Okay. All right. Okay. What show? Oh, of course. Aaron, you know what? I bet by process of elimination, I could have been like, that's it. That's the one. All right. So Aaron's got it. Surely. Aaron says Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Even Tugboat's chiming in. Are we going with Buffy?
I like Buffy. Buffy sounds good to me.
I love Buffy. Great show. And the answer is Buffy from season 2 to season 4. Bonus question: who did he date? What character did he date? And Tim is so right. It is Buffy Tuesday. Remember, this used to be Ruby with Buffy Tuesday.
Wow,
perfect! Perfect. Watch Buffy on Tuesdays.
Perfect way to celebrate such a thing.
Does anybody know who he dated on the show? Who was he booed up with?
Allison. Isn't
Who
that the
is
character's name?
Allison?
I can't think of her last name, but she was also in American Pie, and wasn't she on Buffy the Vampire Slayer a little
Oh,
bit? And I
okay.
don't think he dated Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think I just guys help. Who did Seth Green date? Willow, who I think's name is Allison. I think.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. Allison Hannigan. You're right. I was like,
Hannigan.
who's
There we go.
Allison? Hey, everybody. It's me, Allison. It's just like everyone has such hippie names on the show.
Sure.
It just,
Yeah.
there's a Xander, there's a Cordelia, a Buffy. Like,
The whole
yeah.
thing.
Allison.
That Tim is in with Willow, and I think Willow was played by Allison Hannigan.
There we go. Oh, extra bonus points. That is the answer. You did it. You all did so well on your quiz today. I think we got them all as a team.
Great. As a team, for sure.
Renee, can you take us into our next segment?
I would love nothing more. I would love nothing more. Now it is time. It is time to play everyone's favorite game, Two Truths and a Lie. Today, the theme is dates. Previous dates that we've been on. So both Jam and I are going to tell you a truth and a lie about dates that we have actually been on. And then it is up to each other to figure out which one is a truth and a lie, but we also need your help. So we're going to need you guys to let us know that absolutely did not happen, Renee. So I will go first. I would love to tell you my two truths and a lie. I've written them down so I don't forget. Okay. The first one is I was dating a boy named Kirk in high school, and Kirk and I went skiing. And I am from Colorado, so that's information for you that you may or may not need. And Kirk unfortunately said to me, "Hey, I'll just wait for you at the bottom," implying that he would be faster than me. And we went with my my dad and my brother, and we were all on a 4-chair ski lift. And Kirk said, "Hey, we'll just wait for you at the bottom." And both my dad and brother looked at each other and went, "Uh-oh." I did not let that boy get past me the entire day. I have never skied faster in my life. Not once did Kirk beat me down the hill. And we did not date after that. So that's my first truth.
I want that to be true. At first I was backstage listening and it was like, there's so much detail to this. And I know Renee, she's got a telling hand that she'll give you a lot of details.
That's very true. That's very true. But you don't know. But you do not know. The next one is I was dating a boy, and it was casual. We were dating a boy, very, very casual, but then we went to go play trivia. And I knew every answer miraculously. And we won the entire thing on a date, which,
Okay.
come on.
All right, what's the next one?
Okay.
I think
the next one. The next
he's a little suspect.
We were
Sorry, Renee.
Again, the truth is
I've seen you do trivia here for weeks, so I just curious. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one.
So the truth is that I'm great at trivia, and that's the truth, and we won. The third one is that we were once at Rainforest Cafe, and we ordered. This is on a group date, and we ordered nachos. And the nachos didn't have like the sprinkle cheese. It had like nacho cheese on it, like the kind that you would get at a ballpark. And they were just kind of gross. They were kind of gross and soggy. And it was at Rainforest Cafe, an elite restaurant, establishment. So they got there, and I got to the table, and I was like, "Oh, it's okay." And I was picking around it. And then my date said, "I like a woman who can stand up for herself." And I stormed into the kitchen, not quite the kitchen, but stormed into the way. And I was like, actually, and I did like this big performance type of thing. I'm like, and I know that it's not your fault. And I know that it was probably on the menu, but we have made a mistake and we would like to get something else. And it was big. And my friends have not stopped making fun of hard ass Renee because it was so performative. So those are my 3 dates.
Well, what are we thinking on? Wow, this is so hard. Good gosh. Oh man, this is gonna be really tough.
If only.
That rainforest one. What do we think? Do we think the first one, the second one, or the third one is the lie? Do we think she went skiing with the boy and she beat him? Is that one a lie, or do we think she went to trivia and she knew everything and it was
every answer?
Every answer. She was this whiz. She was just Rain Man, Rain
Yeah.
Woman, knew it all.
Yeah.
Do we think that's the one? Or the third one, Renee does a performative standing up for herself and her table.
What do we
Which
think?
one do we
What
think? Yeah.
do we think? Yeah.
Renee,
Yes.
the Get On Uppers are too bashful to say
You're
it, but
being
I
very sweet.
know, and
Yeah.
they know. Come on. Renee, I love you.
Yep.
That second one
It's
is the
not
lie.
true. It's not true. It's not true. But can I tell you what did happen? Is that so we were with a group and everybody was drinking. So I think that this partook in it. But I was so involved of just like, well, what do we think? Do we yes, I think that's right. I think that I'm yes, no, that's it. And I was like so supportive and so involved and so engaged that I did convince this boy that I was great at trivia. And then we went with a different group and they were not as good at the answers. He's like, oh, right. Okay. So you can fake it like you know the answers, but you never actually know the answers. And I was like, yeah.
And you are also very competitive, Renee, as well,
Yeah.
which I also
Yeah.
I love. I love it. I love that because you're sweet as pie, but you're also. I mean, I've seen you in this trivia, and so even when you don't know, you're like, oh, all right, who knows the Him, Stacy, come on, get on uppers. What do we think? Don't leave me here.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
want to
I
get it
will
wrong.
not lose.
I've
I will
even
not
seen you
lose.
do research during a trivia because you didn't want to lose. I love it. I absolutely love it so
quite
much.
sad. Quite sad. And then, yeah, it is true that I did the performative thing. And my friends still make fun of me for it. They're like, remember? And Stacey, you are right. I bet. What is actually? Could you help me with this? So I want to say a person who does not take any guff. And so I thought that hard butt was a fine term, but I guess that's a foul language. So what would you call that person?
Not for morning streaming, Renee.
Okay.
Not
All right.
the kids
Fair.
got to learn, but they don't got to learn
Yeah.
that. They'll learn that.
Okay.
Something else.
Exactly. In the
One of
afternoon
the
show.
magazines.
Okay. That's fair.
And,
That's
that's coming
absolutely
up,
fair. Okay.
coming up later in the day.
Okay.
That's the
So
afternoon
a
show.
bossy Betty. I was a
Ooh,
bossy
I like
Betty.
that.
You work with that?
I love.
Okay. All right.
You had me at alliteration. You know me.
All right,
It's not
Jam, please
alliteration,
get
I don't want
me.
to hear it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I
Yes.
misunderstood the assignment, and
Okay.
I'm playing again. I did this
Yeah.
last week. You know, I can't color inside the lines.
No, I don't want you to. And I do not want you to.
You're gonna be so mad at me. I'm playing 3 truths and a lie.
Oh,
So,
Jam.
I know
That's not the name of the game. Okay.
I warned you. The first week you're like, okay,
All
that's
right.
cute. I'll let it slide, and then I did it again.
Is what happened was you put 3 truths and you walked away, and then just now you looked and you're like, oh, these are all true. And so now you're going to make up a lie on the spot. Is that what
Stop
happened?
judging me.
What happened?
I forgot to bring up the lie. Whatever. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. I'm ready.
Told you I misunderstood the assignment.
I
couldn't
understand.
get rid of one of these because I'm
I-
so
oh,
merry.
fair.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
ready. Yes. Here we go.
Here
Get
we
on numbers.
go.
Let's figure this out.
I went on a date to the Hermitage Museum, which is it's the palace in St. Petersburg, formerly the
Okay.
palace where the Russian leaders used to live.
Mhm.
And where the Russian Revolution happened, and they're like, where's Anastasia? Anyways, she's missing. For all we know, she's Jennifer Lopez, like in disguise.
Probably.
Watching Jennifer Lopez is one of the listeners here, not the Jennifer Lopez. I don't think she's Anastasia.
You don't know.
Anyways, so I went on a date to the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia, where the sun never sets in the summer. We went on a private VIP tour with champagne and got treated to a private performance by the Russian ballet in this little private little theater.
Okay. I did see you check your notes. So I can't tell
Okay.
if that was you reminding yourself of what happened or you were checking the lie that you
Or
made
are
up.
you like jealous about maybe my life is fancy?
I am. That's fancy. That's fancy. Okay.
Okay.
I love it.
I went on a first date that encompassed swimming with dolphins in Grand Cayman.
Oh boy. You go on some good dates. One of these is true. Okay. All right.
I went on a date once that was a helicopter tour of Aruba.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How are you going on such fancy
Last
dates?
one. I went on a date to Paris for my 24th birthday, and I cried the entire time.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Okay. Oh, get on uppers. I'm going to need some help. And Jam, we're going to need to go to a very long brunch so I can hear every single one of these stories. Get on uppers. How do I even start to narrow this down? What do we think? Okay, Stacey, the first one is a lie. Okay, I agree. There was a lot of details there, and you did check your notes. Okay. Get on numbers. I need help. So there's 3 truths, 1 lie. So that we just need to find one. We just need to find the one lie. Okay.
So is it
Wait,
the Hermitage Museum with the Russian Ballet,
Okay.
or Swimming with Dolphins in Grand Cayman,
Okay.
helicopter tour in Aruba,
Okay.
Paris on my 21st birthday on a date and cried,
Okay.
not tears of joy, just to preface.
And I wish that we could become united. Stacey thinks the first one is a lie. So, and then Aaron thinks Aruba is a lie, and then Tim thinks the Paris one is a lie.
They're all split.
Renee, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it. Here's how I'm going to make the decision. I'm going to do it based off the one that I hope you didn't experience, because I don't want that to happen to you. I hope that you didn't cry the whole time in Paris. I wanted you to have a romantic, wonderful time in Paris. Would reveal. Tell us.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. All of these dates were with the same guys. This is my my ex-boyfriend, Paul, my first love. And this is, you're like, how are we doing all this stuff? Is when I was working on the cruise ship, and he was in charge. He was the head of the marketing department. So we went on all these different tours. He always made sure we got like the best one. Yes, we did go on this date to the Hermitage Museum. That is absolutely true. We did the Hermitage Museum. We did the private VIP tour, champagne. I have photos. It was just this whirlwind of an experience.
This sounds amazing.
Our first date.
Sunny, we love you so much. You also have a good day. Thank you for being here. Please come back. Okay.
Bye, Sunny. I'm like waving to you right now. Bye, Sunny. Please come back. You're such a joy. Have a great day. Give Grandma a high five.
Yes, please. Graham.
So yes, I did go on our first date was swimming with dolphins, which in retrospect, I've seen enough documentaries about do not go swimming with dolphins. It's so bad. It's really bad. So not proud of it. But at the time I was like 23. I was like, this is amazing.
Right.
Ooh,
right.
Of course. Sunny said that they're gonna be back. So I'm looking forward
best
to
news.
it.
It's the best news. The day's looking up. We're gonna be fine.
We're both Snoopy dancing right now, and that was
it's the best guy. I don't respect anybody who doesn't dance like that. If the beat comes on, you just got
I met you. All right. So we go swimming with dolphins. I did also go to Paris for my 24th birthday. We were planning it for months. We knew that my 24th birthday was going to be in Paris. I cried the entire time. We got into a fight and an argument. We were on 2 separate tour buses on the way up. I cried there. I've been to Paris twice, once with him and once without him. And Paris is so tainted for me. And I'm sorry to all of our Parisians out there. And I had a good time.
It's a heightened expectation.
I cried. So we got into a terrible, terrible fight.
Sorry.
I did not go on the helicopter tour. I had to work on the ship. He went on the helicopter tour without me. So I didn't go.
Man, what a whirlwind experience. That's crazy though. You guys have so many good experiences.
Here's the thing. I now, because I was like, we did this exercise, and all of my amazing dates were with my ex Paul. Like, and so I have a what's the word? My expectations for dates are so heightened because of the dates that Paul and I would go on. We went zip lining in Costa Rica. We went zip lining in like the Bahamas. Like,
no, I mean that I would have the exact same sort of jaded heightened expectation of it after that. I'm glad you got to experience all that, but it is just in general, it is tricky to find joy in the humdrum of life. It's hard.
Yeah. And also too, doing this exercise, I was like, oh, I miss my ex. Oh no. So this was very.
Are you guys still in touch?
We actually spent 2 Christmases with each other, and with his family in England. His family loves me. His nieces are pretty much my nieces. They're like, when's James coming back? Like, I did a karaoke version to Remember My Name, James. Come on. I'm gonna live forever, and they sing it all around the house. And his nieces, who are they were like 5 and 7 at the time, are the ones that turned me onto Little Mix. They're the ones that got me onto Little Mix.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, he's got a new boyfriend. We only talk when we're both single and sad. And
That's
he's
smart.
got a
Yeah.
boyfriend, and
Okay.
I don't hear
All
from him
right.
anymore.
Well, you're going to get one soon. And well, new adventures are to come. And we're going to find out from this BuzzFeed quiz when it's
I
going to
miss him
happen.
so much.
buddy, you are the
No.
catch of all
We broke
catches.
up for a
All
reason.
right. All right.
I broke up
Now,
with him on Christmas. Oh god.
Jam,
Anyways,
what is
that's
happening? Okay, yeah, we will put a
there's
pin in that.
never a good time to break up with somebody. If it's not
True.
Christmas, it's Boxing Day, it's New Year's Day, it's your grand's birthday, it's Flag Day. There's never a good day. Rip off the Band-Aid.
Sure, but I'll argue Christmas should probably be taken out of the mix. Maybe? We'll talk.
Listen,
We'll figure it out.
Wham's
I'm
Last
sure he
Christmas
deserved it.
has a
Yeah.
whole different meaning for me. It's so sad. But we now have, since we spent Christmas with each other before two times in a row,
Okay.
post that, and we dance that song and we have a laugh about it. Anyways,
Okay.
he's
All right.
with
And
someone I'm
as
not.
your number one fan, whatever he did, he deserved it. I
We
believe it.
broke up for a reason, and the
believe
fact that I
it.
couldn't wait past Christmas. Come on,
I
we were on
believe
two
it.
separate
Something
cruise
substantial
ships.
happened.
We
You
were
were
on
the
two separate
kindest,
cruise
nicest
ships.
person. Yes. Okay.
I can't remember.
Well,
All right.
we are going to make an entire new segment called Jam's X because I have follow-up questions. Not right now, but at some point, I need to hear the latest and the greatest with all that.
All right, let's go into history. That's not my sad history. All right, so it's time for our Black History Month moment, and I'm so excited. This is a two-parter because these two ladies were out there doing it for themselves and for everybody else as well, and doing very similar work. And so today we're going to talk about Mary Eliza Church Terrell. You might have heard of her as Mary Church Terrell. I think first time I had really heard her, Obama had like name dropped her in a speech, and it was like the work of Mary Church Terrell, and I'm like, who dat? So I did a little Google.
Nice.
So she was born September 23rd, 1863 in Memphis. So she like dodged that slavery bullet. She was like, woo, because it was, still
Yeah. Yep. Still happening.
She is the daughter of former slaves, but her parents were so dope. So her dad, Robert Reed Church, he was a successful businessman and became one of the South's first Black millionaires. And then her mom, Louisa Ayers Church, she was doing her own thing. She owned a hair salon. So
come on,
she had
very
these
cool
entrepreneur parents, and so her parents are really big on education. They're like, girl, you got to go to school. And so she went to Antioch College, which was in Ohio, which is now Oberlin College, and she got her bachelor's and her master's degree. And like again, like late like 1880. Yes, it was like 1888. Black woman doing this. It's just amazing.
It's incredible.
So she eventually went to DC in 1887, teaching at the M Street Colored High School. And we won't get into this today, but I'm sure we will at some point. Like DC was this sort of metropolis specifically for Black people. It was even dubbed Chocolate City because it was this place in the South, but like, slavery wasn't legalized there, and where people could just really, make a name for themselves and be able to, not be harmed by crazy laws. So there's actually burgeoning Black aristocracy in the DC area. So she met her boo in 1891. She married Robert Herberton Terrell. What a proper name. Robert
Excuse
Herberton.
him. What? Okay. We love it.
Wearing a bow tie. Well, he was a teacher, and he eventually would become Washington, D.C.'s first Black municipal judge. Again, Mary Church Terrell was with the movers and the shakers, right? They had a daughter. They later adopted a second one. So a family after my own heart. Want to have one, adopt one, reach one, teach one, adopt one, have one. And hello, Emily. Welcome. You are joining us just in time for our Black History Month moment. We're talking about Mary Church Terrell. So activism. Well, why are we talking about her today? Just because she was, fabulous? More than that. So she was not one to sit on the sidelines. She was in the arena. So in 1892, what really sparked her activism was her friend Thomas Moss was lynched in Memphis because white folks were like, oh, his business is competing with ours. And
you're kidding.
Like, that was it. Yeah. And now that there's like, when you still go to study like the history of lynching, I mean, these things were events. People would take postcards and be like, I was here. There was picnics, there were like giant carnivals. It was, it was a big event, and it could
Mhm.
happen for anything. Hello, Fred. Welcome. Just in
Fred.
time for our Black History Month moment. Let us know if you've heard of Mary Church Terrell. That's who we're talking about. So she then joined Ida B. Wells. Put a pin in Ida B. Wells because we're going
Okay.
to talk about her
All
tomorrow.
right.
That's her friend.
Yes. Can't
Okay.
wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
But they were working on anti-lynching campaigns. And so Terrell's work focused on racial uplift. Her whole entire philosophy was that, Blacks could help end racial discrimination by advancing themselves and other members of the race through education, work, and community activism. So she was pretty much like the Oprah of her day. She was like,
Yeah.
you're going to get a job, you're getting education. She was just trying to like help all the folks, because she's like, if we rise up, then they can't get us. So that was her whole
Right.
entire thing. And in some ways it was sort of like to have to like humanize, like, hey, look, we are also human and
Mhm.
smart and beautiful. Please stop
Mhm.
murdering us, right?
Mhm. Yes.
So she had a strategy that was based on equal opportunities, and her belief was that as one succeeds, the whole race would be elevated. And there is this thing that a lot of times, people of color, specifically, Black and Latinx folks, there's this thing called linked lineage. And we've talked about this when we talked about Cosby, is that like when one person wins, we all feel like we win, and one person fails, we feel it as in a community, right?
Right.
It's kind of like ingrained in us.
Mhm.
She was also involved with women's suffrage. She was all about it. And again, sometimes a lot of the women of color who helped in the women's suffrage movement, you don't hear about them, and they're really sort of cast aside. And so she was really focused on securing the right to vote. She was like, okay, we need this. Okay, ladies, let's get in formation. She was also the Beyonce of her time.
Yeah.
So she did like flash mobs and things like that as well. But yeah, so her whole entire philosophy, she was like, women's suffrage is essential to elevating the status of Black women and thus the whole race, which makes sense. Like in any community, in any society, you always start with who's the most disenfranchised, because if they have equity, then everyone's going to be good, right?
Right.
So it's like
Right.
right now, like specifically like Black trans women who are really under attack, we need to make sure all of our laws are safe from that for them, and
Right.
then it's gonna be good for everybody.
Everybody will
We
be
start
okay. Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
She also picketed the Woodrow Wilson White House with members of the National Women's Party. She was like, okay, Woodrow Wilson is not about it.
Yeah.
And she was all about women's suffrage, but unfortunately, sometimes the white ladies of her day were not. They were reluctant to include Black women in the
Mm.
movement, and were sometimes excluding of them.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah, and in fact, I forget who it was. I think it was, I'll have to double cross check this, but there was like some of the Black female activists of the time were not invited to Seneca Falls for that first time, but they invited, I think it was it was DeBose or Booker T. They're like, oh, you
Right.
come over here, you can do it, you can come on over, because he was cute. Sucker for cute man. So this also happens all the time too in a lot of movements. That's intersectionality, when people are of more than one sort of disenfranchised group, they kind of get left out, right? So this even
Right.
happened in the gay liberation movement, even though Marsha P. Johnson, as we learned, through the first heal. And so you have women, trans women of color, first really fighting back, because it's very unsafe for them. They don't have places where they can hide, but then they get excluded from
Yeah.
the actual movement, right? And so
Uh-huh.
this is what happened even for Black women in the civil rights movement. They were doing a lot of the work, but the men were like, no, we have to take charge, or we'll take care of your rights later. And it
Right.
always is
Right.
sort of like yours is later. And Marley, I love it that you also love learning about Black history. I also love this month as well. And don't worry, we're doing all the Heritage Months. We got Women's History Month coming up, AAPI Heritage Month in May. We got it. We got it
All
all.
the things. All the things.
All
Yes.
the things. So she was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be out of it. And Sarah, actually, we'll do that one later, Sarah. Let's keep it. She's not quite that old yet in the timeline. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, we'll do that. So she formed the National Association of Colored Women, and she was like, no one's gonna sideline me. She's like, I got this. I'm gonna form my own organization. So she formed the National Association of Colored Women in 1896. And she has this motto, lifting as we climb. So again, and that what a beautiful motto if we all kind of have that, lifting as we climb. Her words became the motto of the National Association of Colored Women. She was presented with the NACW. She was president of this organization from 1896 to 1901. And she campaigned nonstop, working with Black organizations and hand in hand with mainstream white audiences. Because again, allyship, in the same way that I have male privilege, I have to be a feminist. I have to really speak up for women's rights, because it's like, when you have a group that is disenfranchised, sometimes it's exhausting for the other group to have to always do the work and to also have to be the one to speak up. And sometimes they don't have the power, so they need the people with the power to speak up and say something. So it takes everybody. It takes a village. She was out there doing it, and she was out there also to advance social education reform. She fought for, like I said, for women's rights, women's suffrage, and civil rights, because again, this was her quote. She said, to the only group in this country that has two such huge obstacles to surmount, both sex and race. So that's why she was like, I have to fight for both of these at the same time, for intersectionality. So that she also was a founding charter member of the NAACP.
Cool.
Yeah. She was among the founders. Later, she became the first Black woman appointed to a school board and served on a committee that investigated alleged police mistreatment of Black folks. Sound familiar?
Yep. It does.
Last little bullet points of just sort of now we can go to maybe we're going to talk about her later in life, but her post the 19th Amendment, she went on to civil rights, taking down Jim Crow laws. In 1840, she published her autobiography, A Colored Woman in a White World. Sounds like a good read. In 1948, she became the first Black member of the American Association of University Women after winning an anti-discrimination lawsuit. Then in 1950, at 86, so still doing the work, she was refused service by a whites-only restaurant, and she was like, no, and she sued them and protested.
Yeah. Do we know if she won that lawsuit? I'm sure. Let's go with yes.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess like they forgot who they were messing with. Like, Mary Church Terrell. She's been in the game.
You said in 86 that happened?
She was 86. No.
She was 86. Okay, I was like, what? No. Okay.
But I mean, to your point, Renee, there were still books on the laws in some states outlawing biracial marriages in 86, 87. Yeah. So there's actually even a law still in Catalina that women can't wear high heels. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That women are not allowed to wear high heels on the island of Catalina.
Absolutely not. No.
They did it because they didn't want them to fall, but it's still like, don't tell me what I can wear. Yeah.
Okay.
So in 1953, she won. So to answer your question, it took 3 years, but she won. The Supreme Court ruled that segregated eating facilities were unconstitutional. So this is a major breakthrough in civil rights. It laid down the work for Brown v. Board of Education.
Yes.
She helped lay down that work because she fought up. She said it. She died 4 years later in Highland Beach, Maryland. But that is
my goodness
moment for the day.
Yes.
Mary Church Terrell.
Thank you. It is interesting when you go through these and you're just like, oh, it's because of you. Okay. Amazing.
I was always so surprised. Again, we talked about this before. We talk every day. I'm like, all these people, I never heard of her.
Yeah.
We studied Black History Month so much in high school and elementary school. Again, we just heard the same old things about Rosa Parks. She was old and tired. And then we just found out last week that was not the case. Everything we had learned.
We're missing most of the story. Yeah. It's thank goodness for you. You were now the person that were like, oh, thanks to you. Jam is letting us know what the real truth is, and we appreciate it.
And thanks to the internet. Thanks
so
to the
much.
internet. Well, Mary Church Terrell, we salute you today for a Black History Month moment.
Yes.
And Renee, we're over halfway through the show. I ran long. Whoops.
Look at that. As you should. If ever there was a reason to run long, it was for that. And Get On Uppers, you get absolutely everything here. You're gonna get some information and you're gonna get some fluff. You're gonna get some silly stories. So we're going into a segment called Today I Saw, wherein Jam and I tell you about some things that we saw in the news. Very excited. Very excited. I've got one literally fluffy one and one about a merger. What about a merger? Which one do you want first?
Ooh, I think I know what the merger one is.
Do you? Okay.
I think I do. Does your merger have to deal with an airline? With
Sure
airlines?
does.
Is
It sure
Frontier
does.
and budget headlines are coming together?
Sure
Tell us all about it.
does.
Tell
I
us
would
all
love
about it.
to
Sorry,
tell you
spoiled.
nothing more. No. That's good. Well, now we've got 3 stories from Jam, one from Renee. So Frontier's acquisition of Spirit Airlines. So it is the 2 cheap, like most affordable airlines are now one. So Frontier has bought Spirit. And this is interesting on a few. Well, first off, they've acquired it, but then once it is that big of acquisition, they gotta get the government to be like, yeah, that's fine. But the deal is worth $6.6 billion. So both of these independently were just kind of like bottom tier airlines, but now that they are one, it is now the 5th biggest airline. So they're surpassing JetBlue. Yes, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say it's kind of like for those of you who don't understand airplanes but you understand TV, it's kind of like when
Everybody understands airplanes, Jam. We have very intelligent Get On Uppers.
But maybe you're not as like well versed in like the comings and goings of the airplane industry. You know, like you're not airplane aficionado. Yeah. You don't have an airplane aficionado magazine subscription.
Yes.
So, but maybe you like follow TV, right?
Yeah.
And so it's sort of like when the WB and UPN merged to make the CW. That's what I thought.
It's exactly like that. And I think we can all agree the quality did not go down. CW has excellent programming, but I think
you cut out the filth that you didn't. You're like, oh, I didn't really need like a 10th season of Charmed. I didn't need
that. But I think as someone who is a frequent purchaser of both Spirit and Frontier Airlines, I just love getting somewhere on a dime, on a penny. It's just like I paid $46 for this flight. Did I feel like I was in a tin can the whole time? And did the plane sort of shake? Yeah, but I got here.
That's my thing, because they have these cheap planes in Europe. They have them all over. There's like EasyJet, like all of these ones, but they nickel and dime you for everything. It's like if you don't print out your boarding pass, they were like that. They charge that. They're like, oh, you wanted 2 wings on your plane? Oh, we're gonna charge you a little more for that. Oh, you wanted a captain? Oh, we're gonna charge you for that. They nickel and dime you for everything. Like,
true.
Oh, you wanted some cushions? You wanted a cushion on your seat?
Couldn't. I certainly could not.
Okay, we're gonna charge you for that.
I guess so. And you are right that is the business model, and that nothing is included. So baggage isn't included. None of it's included. And if you don't buy it ahead of time, then there is a sort of a really big inflation on that price once you get there. But if you know how to work the system and you can fly with a backpack, you can get a round trip ticket for $46. I've done it before. So the concern is that sorry, Jim, I'm sorry.
No. This is
my story.
I just have I have more questions though. I just have questions. As someone who flies, do if you want to choose your seat ahead of time, do you also have to pay more? See?
Of course, absolutely.
That's all. That was my follow-up. I think
no. It was a great question. It was a great question, and it was worth it. And I appreciate it. And you're asking excellent questions. Get On Uppers. I'm curious if you partake in these low cost airlines. I love it so much. But a concern, and a legitimate concern, is now there's not competition, because before Frontier and Spirit were both fighting to have the lowest price so you would fly with them. But now that they are the 5th biggest airline, there also is a thing. Well, enough people will go to them that they can still afford to keep cost low. So it's just something to keep your eye on. Were they able to become the 5th biggest airline, but also offer us all of the cheap flights that we want, with the exception of having to pay for your seat? Yes. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
You want to not sit in someone's lap? Oh, well, that's going to cost you. Can I get a lap seat?
Yeah, if we could, please. If we could. Jam, you have the correct take on this, that we should be roasting them. And I'm like, look at these good things.
Look at these deals.
We should be roasting them.
And here's the thing, actually, because what ended up happening is in the 80s, there's a lot of deregulation that happened. And so what ends up happening, there used to be laws about like how much space there needed to be for seats, and
Right.
they just started deregulating everything. And there's like no accountability. If you've ever been stuck at a JFK for 36 hours, which I was, trying to get to I was supposed to be emceeing my aunt's sassy and 70th birthday in Arizona,
Mhm.
Phoenix, Arizona,
Mhm.
stuck at the airport for 36 hours and kept just delaying, like for no reason. We're seeing all these other planes go, and it was just where we were. It was just our
Right.
little flight could not
Right.
get off. 30 children sleeping on the ground. And this is the power of social media. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
Not until I started filming and posting on social media, and I don't think the biggest following. Then I started getting all of these like people like from Delta being like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, oh, can we da da da?" I'm like, "There are children sleeping here on the floor." It was
Sure.
gross.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's no laws in place to help us as the consumers. They just allowed them to do whatever they want. The airplane industry needs, they
Right.
need the they need some regulation. They need some laws
Yeah.
there. They're doing whatever they want. They have no accountability. It's insane.
It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. So yeah, so that's it. So just Frontier is going to try to buy Spirit, and if it works, if it is approved, then they will be the fifth biggest airline, and we're all curious to see what regulations will go into place, and will they be able to keep those prices so low? Curious. We'll have to
Wow.
watch and see.
So curious. So curious. Well, Renee, I actually have we'll see how I have, I over prepared. So we'll see which ones I can get
Okay.
through.
Okay. All right. Well, you've already got one under your belt.
I want to do this one in honor of you, because this connects to what you're talking about yesterday, and this is maybe gonna be a little sad for you.
Okay.
So Renee's
Let's
like,
see. I will leave. Yeah.
why are you breaking my heart? Oh, but there's been an update. Okay, so Leslie
Okay.
Jones, as you
Yes.
reported yesterday,
Yes.
Leslie Jones is doing like Olympic coverage. Leslie Jones from SNL, we know her, we love her. She's doing like Olympic coverage, and I think we have I don't know if we want to throw up the photo of her. I guess we know what she looks like, but we have Leslie Jones. And so she does a lot of this reporting of on Instagram or the TikToks, and she's like, "Oh, look at this person, they're skiing." So for the Olympics, she does like a lot of the sort of narration. And she yesterday did a post, and she was pretty much like, I think this is going to be my last year doing it, because they constantly block my videos. And
Oh
then,
boy.
even though, all the sports people, they love it when I'm doing it. And she's like, I'm just tired of fighting them. I love these athletes and they love me doing it. And I know y'all love it, but it's gotten too hard and no one is fighting for me. So I guess I'll leave it to the professionals. And it's so sad because she was so popular in 2016. NBC brought her on as a correspondent, but they keep blocking her videos. But
Based
there's
off
been,
what? Just
I
why?
think because of the content, they're like, we own this, or it's not on brand with us. I don't know, but they
Hmm.
keep blocking it. I don't know how TikTok works, but
I also don't know how TikTok works. That's too bad. That's also a bad move. Look how many followers she has.
I
Look how many
know.
people are engaging with it. You will only make more money if people watch this. That's a bad call. That's NBC. Give me a ring. I'll
Well,
talk you out of
they
this.
at 1:33
Yeah.
a.m. they have an update,
Okay.
and so NBC said it doesn't want her gone. They said that we've resolved the situation. So Greg Hughes, who's a spokesperson, says that she's free to do her social media posts that she's done in the past. She's a super fan of the Olympics. It was a third-party error that caused her videos to be blocked.
Okay.
So that's what they're
Great.
saying.
I'm glad they fixed it. Good.
Yep,
I'm
yep,
sorry
yep.
that she had to go through any type of turmoil. I'm sorry that that's yeah. I guess I can maybe understand that if there was an algorithm in place that can recognize licensed content and the algorithm was pulling,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
guess I can say that. But yeah, be swifter. Be swifter to take care of that. Know that
Also
Leslie
kind of
Jones is providing you a very, very good and free service.
Yeah, just get people hyped about the Olympics.
Yeah,
And like also, I don't know, is this also an excuse? They're just like, oh, it's the robots. And I mean, Renee will
probably.
be the
Yeah.
first one to be for robot rights. You love a robot. You will be. You'll be there. Take it in.
Sure. No, and I don't know the ins and outs of this, but in like at work, we're talking about like music licensing and how on YouTube they currently do have it in place that if you use a song that you do not have the rights to, the entire thing gets pulled. And so at
Mhm.
work, we were talking about how they're going to start implementing that into podcasting. So if any podcast
Wow.
ever has used a song that you're not allowed to use, they're going to pull the episode. Um,
I never did. I never have. We've never released anything on my podcast.
You'll be
I
fine.
think we once used an audio clip from Felicia Rashad and Debbie Allen's "More Than a Man" music
Right.
video, which
Yes.
I
As
think
you should.
that might be my
Yeah.
jam of the day tomorrow, and I might need to play a clip.
The tricky thing about that with the copyrights is that there is a journalism like loophole, and that if you are informing the listener or the viewer about the content, then that counts as like, I told you this fact, and this fact about this, and now here it is. You're allowed to do that, but it's I don't know how these robots
Do
can
you
tell.
all see Renee being a regular Mary Church Terrell? She's being a regular Mary Church Terrell. She's like, I got
I'm
the
so
notes,
sorry.
I got
I'm
the
so
research,
sorry.
and did you know I
I love it.
legally can do this because I'm informing. These are my
Thank you.
rights.
Thank you. I also think you can call me a little bit of a know-it-all who's talking when she shouldn't be talking. Go ahead. Sorry.
I do not think so. Wait, did you say you had a fluffy one? I actually still have like
Do
two
have a
genuine
fluffy
more.
one.
Go.
Okay.
Give
Yeah.
us some fluff. Give
Puppy
us some
Bowl, you
fluff.
guys. It's coming. It's coming. This Sunday, Puppy Bowl. We're so excited to see it. But hold on. I think I can be like, I don't know if I like that. The thing that I do love is that the Puppy Bowl is once again hosted by Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
Oh,
Come
perfect. Who
on.
else would you
Come
want
on. You
hosting
love it.
that?
You'd love to see it. You can find all of this over at Discovery. It's on the Discovery Channel. I think you can watch it online if you want to, but you can also watch it over on Discovery. So that part we love. The part that I was like, huh,
Uh-huh.
Puppy Bowl is entering the metaverse. This year, you can buy a puppy NFT for the
Nope.
very first time. So they've
Nope.
created puppy, basically like puppy player cards. You know how like in sports they have the player
Yeah.
cards. So now the puppies have that, but it's only in the form of an NFT, which is a
Okay.
non-fungible token. Is that
Oh, great. I'm just
yeah?
gonna throw away money. It's like a
Sure.
pog, but even worse.
I know, in a digital
Worse
format.
than
So
a
I
pog.
think all of us are kind of like, no, those are for the nerdy girdies. I don't need to partake in this, but even Puppy Bowl's getting into these NFTs. So if you want, take yourself to discovery.com /Puppy Bowl, and there you can buy yourself your very first puppy NFT if you want. It's
Oh
an option.
man, I'm
It's an
curious,
option.
Get Uppers, give us a yay or nay into your device. Not Renee, a yay or a
Yay or a
no.
nay. Nope.
Are you into these NFTs? I'm not. I had a coffee chat with somebody I work for a tech company, and they were trying to
Yeah.
sell me on the idea of the NFT, and I was just like, no. They're like, well, one day we're all going to be in the metaverse, and you're going to need. They're like, their ideas are like, well, you buy paintings and you put money into that. I'm like, yeah, it's
Right.
art, and you're supporting actual artists. And they're like,
Right.
NFTs are art. I'm like, no, the ones that
Yeah.
I've seen are bad memes, and you're just putting
Right.
all this money into terrible memes.
I
And
know.
like, well, you're
I
gonna
know.
want artwork in your metaverse, and I'm just like, I'm not going in there.
I
I'll tell
won't.
you
I
right
don't want
now.
that. I
Old
don't
man
need that.
James. I've been in the virtual reality space. Didn't
Yep.
like it. It was in
Nope.
a horror
Nope.
movie.
Nope.
I didn't like it. I'm
Not
terrified.
fun.
I'm not
Yeah.
going. I'm not going to the moon either. I'm already old manning myself. Y'all go to the moon. Y'all go on your rocket
That's right.
ships. Y'all
Yep.
go in your virtual
Yep.
reality. I'm not doing it. Not
I
doing
was talking to my friend Tamika. We were having a story about this, and she was sort of hypothesizing that by the time it really does become mainstream, we're going to be too old to participate. So it'll be fine. We can be like, oh, some of the young kids do. I'm just going to be over
Get
here
in
and
there.
look at the actual flowers that are still in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be playing my Nintendo Switch. So take that. They're like, Grandpa, let's play your Switch. Oh, I got my Nintendo Switch. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Listening to my
Yep.
MTV. All right.
Love it.
So I got two ones that I want to try to
All right.
throw your way.
We can do this.
This one is just this one kind of broke my heart. So as we know, the Oscars are being announced as we speak. But before the Oscars get announced, the Razzie nominations go out first. And there was one that kind of, I'm now side-eyeing the Razzies. I should have always been
Okay.
side-eyeing the Razzies, but this one kind of sucked. So I think we have a photo. Ben Affleck. So we're gonna talk about the last duel here, Sarah. So
And to be
Ben
clear, the
Affleck.
Razzies are the awards that we give out to movies who are the worst. So the Oscars are the best, and the Razzies are the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yes. And you know what? And to some credit, like I will say, like some folks have had fun with it. Like Halle Berry, she was won and nominated for Catwoman, and she was the first actor to show up and accept the award. And she's got really good comments about it because she had just won the year before an Oscar for Monsters Ball, and then won a Razzie the next year. So she's
Hilarious.
like,
Hilarious.
listen, it's all in good fun. I have to say, so The Last Duel, directed by Ridley Scott. It's definitely a controversial movie, but it is the first time that it deals with it deals with sexual assault. I will preface it with that, but it's in like the 1300s. It was the first time a case was actually recorded, and that there was like a whole entire court case. I mean, it was like a duel in France, right? But I have to say I've seen it, and it also talks about like perspective, and the movie goes from 3 different perspectives. Which one is true? And I'm gonna spoiler alert. Jody's was the opposite, and the movie doesn't even like bat an eyelash. Or like, this is obviously the true perspective, and it has this idea about exploring like he said, she said, and it's like, absolutely believe survivors, and it's very much a hashtag Me Too movie. It's done so well. I'm impressed that Ridley Scott is the one behind it, but I guess his daughter also really was influential. There was a lot of women behind the scenes helping tell the story. Long story long, Ben Affleck gets a Razzie, and he actually has a really great performance. And it makes me think that y'all see this movie, and he actually was getting Oscar buzz, and then to get a Razzie, it just was a little upsetting. And I will say the reason why I saw this movie is because I was bullied and shamed by Ridley Scott to watch this movie, because he's like, millennials aren't going to the theater, they're just watching it at their computer, they're ruining the movie industry, and they're just watching Marvel movies. And I was like, how dare you, Ridley Scott? I purchased it. I spent $19, watched it on Apple TV, and I watched it and supported it as good movie, and it was good.
Were you? Well, I'm glad it was good, but yeah, that is interesting about the Razzies. I do think I'm a little jaded in that all publicity is a publicity stunt. All awards are a publicity stunt. That maybe this is a ploy, because I think millennials also have a probably unfair reputation of ironically watching something. So, and granted, that's a 2011 reference, but I think it still pertains. Sometimes people watch it because it's bad, and so maybe we're tricking them to go watch this one,
because it's a really good movie. It's one of the best movies I think that came out last year, and Jodie Comer does such a phenomenal job. She's so talented. It's just a really great movie. My one critique of this film is that it's set in like old-timey France, and everybody is doing a British accent. I was one thing that I hate about like American films when they're like doing anything that's over in Europe. It'll be like ancient Russia, and they're all doing a British accent, like, or they're like in ancient Greece, and it's all doing a British accent. And so, man, like either hire some French actors, or Ben Affleck, everybody do a French accent. And what's confusing is in this movie they are fighting the British. And so they're like, oh, we got to get the British. I'm like, aren't you the British?
Aren't you the? Okay. All right. I'll check it out now based off this. I'll go see.
Oh, it's very.
Let me see. No, I'm not big on let me watch it because it's bad. I was wondering if had you not told me that it was good, if I would watch it because Ben Affleck was nominated for a Razzie. Probably not, but I know people who would.
Your time is too good. Okay, last story. I have to tell you about a Florida man. So it's our first Florida man story here on Get On Up. Florida man tried to rob a bank wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog mask. This is the man.
Sweetheart.
This is
okay.
And a hammer. He also had a hammer. So on Wednesday, February 2nd, the police officers in DeLand, Florida, responded to a call about an attempted bank robbery. And again, the guy, like I said, you can see the person. Actually, I don't know what their gender was, so I don't want to assume. They're wearing a Sonic Hedgehog mask and a hoodie, and they had a hammer. So according to the police were alerted by an armed robbery was taking place at a Florida credit union. The witness testimony confirmed that the suspect was in fact wearing the Sonic the Hedgehog mask, a black hoodie, and some pants. But when officers arrived on the scene, contact was made with the witness, who stated that they believe that the subject was male due to the tone of voice. They told him all the details, and they were demanding cash from the teller, and that the suspect struck the teller's window with a hammer as they continued with their demands. Nobody was hurt, which is why we can laugh and giggle at the story. Nothing was actually even stolen.
Great.
And the suspect fled the scene after being confronted by one of the bank's employees.
Right. Yes.
So just an employee. It's just Renee being like, excuse me, you can't do that here.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. No. No, no,
And then
no,
they
no, no.
scampered off. So everyone's
Come
safe.
on.
No money was taken. There was no property damage either. So
Interesting. 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 Yeah. It's, I mean, I guess it's a psychological question of just like, does wearing a cartoon mask sort of de-escalate the whole thing? Does it dilute it a little bit and be like, Sonic, what are you doing? No,
yeah.
you can't. Would you have taken it more seriously if it was just a classic
Clown?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I would have been terrified. I would have been terrified.
Take all my money, you would have said. Yeah.
They do a lot of like sometimes president's mask, that's sort of like, oh, the president is robbing us. There's something
Right.
meta about that.
Yes.
But yeah, I think maybe the wrong choice of wearing. No one took it seriously. Because there's just a Sonic the Hedgehog. I think that's what happened.
Honestly, it's if you don't know the context of it, it's very cute. And Sonic's just trying to get some money for the weekend. That's all. Just so that he can take himself to the arcade.
Are we surprised? He's always collecting those rings.
That's
so
true.
Rings are expensive. So he needs some
Sounds
money
like
to get
him.
those rings.
Sounds
Rings.
like him. Well, Sonic, better luck next time. I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
Well, and there we are. That's what we saw. That's what we saw for today, Renee.
In the news. Now, I know we've all been on pins and needles on the edge of our seat. So excited. I teased it at the beginning of the show that I have the answers to if you will fall in love this year. I've got him. I've got him right here. And we know that it is unequivocal because it is through a BuzzFeed quiz based off the food that you prefer. We're all about to have the best time. I'm so excited. Jam and I are going to play, and then we're going to have you guys play along as well. So you can figure out if you're going to fall in love this year. Is it going to happen? We'll find out. Jam, you seem 80% committed to this.
No, I was pulling it up.
Oh, you're pulling up. You're pulling up. Yeah, honestly.
Don't look to me for your validation right in this moment, Renee. I can't support. I'm doing work right now.
My sweet Get on uppers. If you guys want to play along, I think you simply put into Google, we'll just go to the BuzzFeed quizzes and you'll see it. This is a fairly recent one because it's Valentine's Day, so it's the top. This quiz, everybody get ready. We're all going to play together and we're going to have the best time. The quiz is called, you can put this into Google, Eat Your Way Through This Quiz, and we'll tell you if you'll fall in love this year. About to have a great time. About to have a great time.
And wonderful producer Sarah is going to be also playing along with you, the audience. If you're not able to pull it up, don't worry. You can shout your answer out into your device. Say, I love a cupcake. And then whatever the general consensus is from the Get On Uppers, Sarah will enter that in for you, and we'll see what you all as the Get On Uppers are. So if you can go to the website, BuzzFeed yourself, you can play along at home, or don't worry, Sarah's gotcha. We'll be and Renee and I are also playing along at home in our own homes. So we go. Jonathan, just in time, we're gonna find out if you're going to fall in love this year through a BuzzFeed quiz. This is all science.
Very exciting.
The data scientists have been working hard at this one, and we're going to find out.
We got to know. And for my coupled Get On Uppers, I think this is if you'll be falling more in love with your current sweetheart. You'll find out. Also, let us know. So to participate in the stream, if you want to help us out with our answers, you just say to your device, say chocolate chip cookie. Say salted ice cream. Just let us know what you'd pick. So the first one is, how about something sweet? You have your choices of a chocolate chip cookie, a salted caramel ice cream, a cherry pie, or a brownie. Which one are you going with, Jam?
This is a tough choice. I love a chocolate chip cookie. It's salted caramel ice cream. Oh, that's so specific. No, I'm not doing that. Do the brownies have nuts? I'm like asking the waiter, who am I?
It doesn't appear that they do. I feel like this will not affect your peanut allergy. This is just a normal, fudgy, delicious chocolate brownie.
Because I'm a cookie monster, but I love a brownie. So I think I'm gonna go with a brownie for mine. Renee, what are you doing?
Also going with the brownie. Two little brownies over here.
Get On Uppers. What about for you all? What say you? Are you gonna go with the chocolate chip cookie, salted caramel ice cream, cherry pie, or a brownie? If you don't choose, I guess it's producer's choice.
Play along. Okay. All right. Here we go. It is Trash Tuesday. Forgive
Oh,
the
we
beeping.
love it.
So
We love a
sorry.
Trash Tuesday. Oh, Susan agreed, said yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I think whatever you did, Sarah, yes, perfect.
Exactly. It's the brownie. We all know it's a brownie. All right. Let's move on to something salty. Would you like a soft pretzel, popcorn, olives, or potato chips? Which one
Ugh.
are we picking? Which one are
I
we
have
picking?
I have to choose any of these. Clearly these are not my kind of snacks. We don't have to have that, you know.
Nope.
Let's see. I'm not exactly sure. Which one are you thinking?
I am going to go with popcorn. Popcorn for me.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. Just gonna do some work here. Welcome to the channel. You have so much freedom, and wherever you go to view, we have plenty of people who do love what they see. You're welcome to watch anything you want out there, but we're gonna do this quiz, and where we go. Stacey's saying chocolate chip cookies, so we're gonna go with chocolate chip
A little
cookie
chocolate chip
there.
cookie. We love it.
All
We love
right.
to see it. Yep. And
What
to
are you
piggyback on what you said, Jam, absolutely. If you don't like it, leave. Get
There
out
we
of here.
go. We love it. It's called Get On Up, and if you don't wanna get on up, you don't have
You
to.
can get
Listen,
on
you get
out.
it. Jam and Re Jam and Renee is not for everybody, so you're more than welcome. All right, there we go. Everyone who wants to be here is here. Got it. All right,
Love it.
cool.
We love it.
Renee, what are you going with? What did you decide?
Yes, I'm going with popcorn. Popcorn for me. How about for you?
Oof. I think that just are these plain potato chips? I have so many questions from the
Sure. I know.
reader.
I feel like
Are
you're
they
making it more
plain?
difficult than it needs to be. Sure. Yes, let's go with plain. Plain potato
Ugh,
chips. I know. I
ugh.
know.
I guess I'll go with popcorn too.
Okay. You don't have
All
to.
right.
What if I
What
told
did
you
you
they were
get?
salt and vinegar potato chips? Could you work
Too
with that?
late. I've chosen. Stacey's going for the pretzels, Sarah. Stacey's going for the pretzels. So click can we click pretzel for Stacey up there? And then I think Stacey also had the chocolate chip cookie. So if we can get that and if we're able to change the answers. All right. How about some fruit? How about some
Fruit.
fruit?
Let's get in there. I'm an apple girl all day long. You have your choices of strawberry, apple, orange, or banana. Which one's yours? Which one's yours? Again, this is a
Interesting.
scientific quiz based off your food alone.
They did do some
BuzzFeed will tell
data.
you
They did do
if
some
you
data.
follow
They
along this
went through
year.
the data. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go. I'm a banana guy. I'm a banana gal.
All
I
right.
love a banana. A banana's great. You can take it on. It's a meal on the go, but
Yep.
don't keep it in your backpack for too long
Yep.
because it will. They bruise so fast and
They
so
do.
easily, and
They
they
do.
get
They get
nasty.
squishy. Yep.
They get
And they get
nasty.
smelly. I hear you. I hear you. I
So
hear you.
once again, your options are strawberry, apple, orange, banana. I think Stacey, you have control over the Get On Uppers quiz, so it's whatever you want, Stacey. We're gonna go with it. That Sarah will click it for you. I'm gonna go with banana.
Okay. I'm going with apple. Look at us. Look at us moving right along. Have a
I
bowl of
need,
cereal. Get
I
yourself a
need
bowl
sugar
of
too.
cereal. You get the choices of Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Chex, or Cocoa Krispies. Which one? Which one are you choosing? Over here, super easy for me. Frosted Flakes. Moving on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, hold
Whoa,
on.
whoa. I mean, those Fruit Loops. And what's nice
Yeah.
about the Cocoa Krispies is you'll get chocolate milk afterwards, you know?
Oh, I did not think about
Yeah.
that. But
Fro
you get like weird vanilla sugary milk with the frosting.
Love me some sugar milk. Give me some of that sugar milk, baby. And I do love a Fruit Loop, but I will tell you, I can also eat Frosted Flakes all the way around. And Stacey Sarah is saying that Stacey will go for the apple. The apple
Okay.
sounds
All right.
good. So
Apple for
Stacey's chosen
Stacey.
the apple. Apple for
Apple.
Stacey. I'm gonna go with Frosted Flakes for my cereal. And there we go. There we go. All
We
right.
did it. We did it. All
Okay.
right, moving on to chocolate. Do you want chocolate hearts? Do you want a chocolate bar with a raspberry center? Do you want milk chocolate or do you want fancy truffles? Which one are we choosing? I need to know. I personally will be going for a fancy truffle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fancy truffle for Renee.
I don't like chocolate with things in the center.
Okay.
No, not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, and then Stacey went with the Cocoa Krispies hands down. See, because Stacey knows. Stacey knows. Sarah, can we put Cocoa Krispies on the board, please? This works because Sarah, producer, didn't like any of the cereals, as she told us privately wasn't a fan. So you saved the day, Stacey. Save the day. So our options are chocolate hearts, chocolate bar with raspberry center, milk chocolate bar, or fancy truffles. Man, Renee, you are a fancy
Oh,
lady.
fancy lady, fancy lady, fancy truffles for a fancy lady.
Why the truffles?
They're so good. Truffles are fantastic. They're delicious.
Mhm.
Let me see.
I'm gonna go with a milk chocolate bar. I like to keep it simple. You get to like break it off just a little bit, and there you
Yeah.
go.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. And to be fair, the truffles that I get are from Trader Joe's, so I don't know how fancy they are, but they are delicious. They are great. Okay, are you ready, Jam? Here comes a very controversial topic for yours truly. Cheese, anyone? Parmesan, cheddar, burrata, or no thank you? Renee's going to no thank you. I hate cheese. Can you believe that? I know.
That is actually really weird because Renee, you're such a fancy lady. Here's what I picture. Here's what I picture from you on the weekends or at night. You're like, okay, let me just put on a glass of wine, your chocolate truffles. You put on some dollhouse and you have a cheese plate. And I just see you and your dog by your side. That's
You
what I
would
see for
think.
you.
I
Are you
know.
lactose
I don't
intolerant?
disagree with you. I'm not lactose intolerant. I just have the palate of a 3-year-old, and I don't like stinky cheese, and I don't like cheese that's not melted. So if it's mozzarella or cheddar, like mild cheddar, occasionally I can work with the ricotta, but it has to be melted. I'm very fussy about my cheese.
Okay.
No,
All right. Well,
I
just
know.
circling back to the chocolate, Sarah, as Stacy put in a vote for milk chocolate. So if you can click milk chocolate bar like me, we're on that same thing.
Same. You're
Here's
on
the
the
thing.
same.
I just don't like the options. Like Parmesan, you don't just eat Parmesan. You put that on like a pasta. Like that's not just
Yeah.
like, oh, let me just sit down and eat some Parmesan. That doesn't
Okay.
really happen. Cheddar cheese, it depends. I'm not doing the Beretta cheese. I'm gonna go with cheddar cheese. I'm gonna assume it's good and I can put it on a cracker.
Okay.
Cheeses are difficult, and I don't know enough about cheeses to be like, oh, this one. Like
Right. I
I'm
get it.
definitely not fancy enough that I just let me go to the cheese store and buy a block of cheese and crackers. But if I go to someone's house, I'll mess with it. And they got some
So
cheese out. I'm there.
cheddar cheese for you with a caveat that it has to be good. Okay.
That's my
Fair.
one caveat. It's got to be good, otherwise I'm out. I'm
Okay.
out.
I support it. I respect it. All right. Are you ready to move on?
Yep, let's do
Okay.
it.
Here we go. Next one. Have some seafood, it says. You can choose between shrimp, fish tacos, salmon, or all pass. Shrimp, fish tacos, salmon, or all pass. Over here, I love salmon. Salmon's the best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to not eat shrimp because it's like, or things that like, I'm trying to not eat like seafood that lives in its shell. You know,
Okay. All right.
it's like it's kind of gross.
Okay.
Fish tacos are questionable. They can
Mm.
go either way. And in fact, I've never had a fish taco before because I am a suspect.
Fair.
I do love salmon. I am trying to eat less fish because I saw that what do you call it? That documentary Seaspiracy that was kind of like, it was a lot. Did you see Seaspiracy?
No, of course not. Do you think I have the constitution to withstand that? Absolutely not. Never in a million years would I be able to handle that. No. I barely was able to listen to you tell me the title. No.
I mean, it's pretty much about how we are so focused on like global warming up here, but some of the worst travesties to our environment are actually happening at the sea. So
no, see, I can't even handle the synopsis of it. It was terrifying. No, thank you.
Yeah. All right. All right. But I will go with salmon.
Okay.
Well, it's a quiz and it's Treat Yourself Tuesday. I'm not.
You have to choose.
I gave that big speech where destroying the environment, don't eat fish. I'll have the salmon.
I'll take the salmon. Thank you so much. Delightful. Okay, so salmon for Jam, salmon for me, shrimp for Stacy.
Shrimp for Stacy. Shrimp for Stacy.
Here we go. Moving on to eat your veggies. You get the choice of asparagus, broccoli, potatoes, or mushrooms. Asparagus, broccoli, potatoes, or mushrooms. I feel the same way about mushrooms as I do about cheese. Will not eat it if it has come into contact with a mushroom. Won't do it.
What? Mushrooms are delicious. It's an aphrodisiac for some blood types.
Okay.
What are you doing? Potatoes? Yeah, you are. Colorado gal.
Yeah. Oh, what am I
Yeah.
doing? No, get this. I'm going asparagus. That's a twist on what's
Wow.
upcoming,
Because
right?
you're fancy. You're like, you're being healthy. I feel like asparagus is so tricky. It can be so terrible. I do love some broccoli. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with mushrooms. I wouldn't just have mushrooms, I don't
Right.
think, which I think is the question.
Yeah.
Which one would I just have? It's probably I'd probably like cook some broccoli, that'd be fine. Or
Okay.
cook some potatoes. I guess I'll go with potatoes. But I
Potatoes.
love a
Potatoes for you.
mushroom.
Okay.
I love all of these.
All
This is
right.
my favorite
This
question.
bodes very well for our friendship in that I can give you all my cheese and mushrooms.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
Yep. And I'll eat all your sweets. It's easy.
Oh,
It's easy.
perfect. Oh,
Um,
and Tim also said asparagus as long as it's roasted. I mean, is
yeah,
there any other way? Who's just like chomping away at
it's true.
some? Oh, you can
Microwave
saute. You can. Oh God.
asparagus.
Don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but if you go to a date's house and they're like, "Oh, let me just pop some asparagus in the
Yeah,
microwave," run,
you gotta get out of
run
there. You gotta get out of there.
immediately.
Broccoli from Stacy, asparagus from Tim. All good choices. We love it so much. Thrilled that no one said mushrooms. This is great. I can stay.
I mean,
But
I almost did. I
yeah,
almost did.
but it works well for us because if we go to a restaurant and my meal has cheese and mushrooms on it, scraping that off and handing it to you.
Yeah, I'm into it.
All right, you ready for noodles?
Give me the noodles.
Here we go. You got spaghetti carbonara, udon, udon,
Yeah, udon.
udon, ramen, or penne bolognese.
Mm, what a tough choice.
Oh.
Can I have them all?
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Because pasta's delicious. Agreed.
I'm gonna probably eliminate the spaghetti carbonara first. It's got the
Okay.
bacon in it. It's usually not as good as I want it to be. It always
Okay.
sounds better on paper than it actually
Fair.
is.
Okay.
Let me some udon. I mean, udon noodles. Ooh, delale is what they should be
Delicious.
called.
Delicious. Delali. Okay. Ramen or penne
Uh,
bolognese?
Gosh, this is tough. Renee, what are you doing?
I'm doing penne bolognese. I love a penne
Of course
pasta.
you
Yum, yum, yum,
are.
yum, yum, yum.
Of
Yeah. Yum. Yummy. Yep.
My favorite sound in the world has become Renee going yum 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 to the point where I do it too. I get
As you
my
should.
DoorDash and I literally my roommate handed me my food because she picked it
Yeah.
up at the door and I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, I have soul food. Nom, 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 nom.
Yum, yum,
And
yum,
I
yum,
just
yum,
walked
yum,
away.
yum,
It's just so good.
yum.
Tim is choosing the udon,
Udon for Tim.
and I think I want to be as cool as Tim, and I'm also gonna choose the udon. Ooh, Stacy's going with ramen noodles.
I love
So
it.
producer's choice, which direction you're gonna go. I'm gonna go with the udon.
I love it.
I'm gonna take a
I
walk on the wild
love
side.
it. Let's do it. Okay, this is the last one. One more thing, and we're back to sweets. Are you ready?
Yep.
Fruit tarts, macaroons, matcha blondies, or red velvet cupcakes. Fruit tarts.
I already
Are you
chose red velvet. Sorry, I'm already
Yeah,
done.
immediately
I
red velvet.
already chose red velvet cupcakes,
Okay.
and we're done.
I love it. Uh-oh.
Dang, Renee, the data scientist. The data
Yes.
scientist. I wonder if I can screenshot this. Can I
Oh,
screenshot and get it to
let's
Sarah in time?
see. I bet you could. I bet you could. So you have your results because you've chose red velvet. I,
I
on the other hand, have
already
fruit tarts. Are we ready? Okay. All right. What is your screenshot? What did you get?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna give me a moment. I'm gonna get it to you. In the meantime, if you ever want to leave a review, you can always head on over to www.backchannel.tv. We love a review. And Sarah, I'm gonna send you a link to my image because I almost don't want to say it. I think it's really on
Okay.
point. And
Okay.
Sarah, there's my image. If we want to, this is what after taking that quiz, the data scientists have found about what will my love life be after we took this BuzzFeed quiz. Becky, just in time, we're gonna find out. We took a BuzzFeed quiz. We all got our results. Are we gonna find love?
Yeah.
And what did you get for yours, Renee? Are you gonna
Well,
reveal yours?
listen, I'll also do a little screenshot. Let's see what we got. Poor Sarah. Here we go. Mine's not great. It's upsetting.
Okay.
Results for Renee. You will have a summer almost love fling. It'll be great while it lasts. I would like to announce this is the very last time we'll be doing BuzzFeed quizzes on this show. Never again. Turns out they are faulty and do not work.
Yes, there's Renee's. There's Renee's. You'll have a summer almost love fling. It'll be great while it lasts. Look at that's a picture of you at the beach with your boo for the summer. Renee, that's all you want.
It'll be great while it lasts. No,
you get a summer boo
in the fall.
You get a summer boo. It's cute. And then the fall is the perfect time to have a breakup. Perfect time. You're gonna listen to your Adele. You're gonna listen again, the best breakup music.
No.
I'm not telling you on this.
No.
Renee, and then you're healed in time for
No. Absolutely not.
Renee is coming out. You're healed in time for Christmas. Renee really wanted this quiz to tell us she's going to fall in love and get married.
Finding my husband tomorrow is what I wanted. Well, and listen, I don't need to be upset about it because it's clear, based off evidence alone, that this quiz is not accurate.
I think it's actually incredibly accurate. And listen, I look, you got better than I did, Renee. I've never seen you so upset before. Renee was sure that this quiz is going to tell her your boyfriend will be here tomorrow. Well, Sarah, can you reveal to them what are we able to reveal mine? Or I can just
did you get it?
Oh, I mean, at least you're going to have love this year during the summer. Mine is not this year, but you'll find love soon enough. Trust me, you will.
Okay, you went. Yeah, you're right. Of the two, I probably. Well, no, that's not true because the summer fling just delays the inevitable.
No, but you're having it something. And again, the breakup's gonna be so great. The music, I'll be here. There's me. There's me.
There you go. You're right there. You're right there.
Sarah,
okay. Well,
Sarah, did we know what did the Get On Uppers get? Did we get their?
She showed it on the. They also got a summer fling.
Oh, okay. Y'all are doing the summer fling. All right.
Yep.
Well, we did it, and just like that, we've no one's finding love or getting into love. Before we get to coming up tomorrow, we do have two quick Giving Tuesdays. Sarah's like, wrap up the show. Renee, what's your Giving? It's Giving Tuesday. What's your organization that you are shouting out?
I would love to tell you. I want to tell you all about HAA, which is hold please. Just a minute. Just a minute. Oh, no.
I'm waiting. I can jump in here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So mine is, I have two organizations here. Remember, it's Black History Month. So two great organizations you can support. One is Black Girls Code. So Black Girls Code is a nonprofit organization that provides technology education for Black girls through workshops and after-school programs. Black Girls Code introduces computer coding lessons to young girls from underrepresented communities, showing them how to succeed in the tech industry. So that's Black Girls Code. As someone who works in the tech industry, like it's a group and community that's consistently kind of left behind. I've worked with Black Girls Code before, a really, really great organization, really helping to lift these ladies up, get them in the industry. Yes. And the last one is that I'm recommending, and you can head on over to Black Girls Code. Leave them $25. You'll feel great today doing a Giving Tuesday, giving a little bit back. And the last one is Black Minds Matter. So Black Minds Matter is a grassroots initiative based in Los Angeles, which prepares Black youth leaders in art, education, and political activism. And this initiative strives to increase community excellence with its engagement in cultural events and concert series. So those are my two, Black Girls Code, Black Minds Matter. Pop on over, throw them $25 a day. Do a little giving.
Yes, I feel like it's almost a theme because I would like to tell you about the Harlem Arts Alliance. HAA, you can find that at harlemaa.org. They are doing essentially the same thing, playing an essential role in the lives of emerging and established artists by helping build the resources, networks, and capacity of its richly diverse membership. So just helping people out, making sure that you've got the proper resources to learn all about arts and culture. We love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, remind me to tell you a story about the Harlem Youth performance I saw, and it wasn't good. They need your money. It happened to be in front of Janet Jackson. Just remind me. I'll tell you about that tomorrow.
All
It
right.
was a tribute to Janet Jackson, and it was not good.
Okay. All right. Woo.
And
All this criticism from Jam and the final home stretch. My goodness.
and they weren't like young kids; they were like teenagers.
Oh,
Like,
Jam. Bless
yeah,
their heart. It's not their fault.
no, it is. They didn't go. All that to say, we need to support the arts because clearly
Yes.
they're not getting the
Okay.
funding and resources that they
Okay.
need. That's what I saw. Okay,
Okay.
I
All
immediately donated after that terrible performance. I was like, oh no, they need help. They need help.
right. Okay. All right. Ooh, woo, 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 woo. Jam,
Well,
do you want to tell our sweet, sweet get on uppers what they're getting themselves into tomorrow on
I
tomorrow's show?
do. Remind me to finish that story. So a little TV to be continued. Well, you gotta support the arts. These kids are they were terrible. And I say it to their face. They're probably listening, like, oh, we were bad in front
Oh
of
boy.
Janet.
Yeah.
So Wednesday Humpty Hump Day. So we're gonna help you get through. You're halfway through the week tomorrow. We're gonna help you get through the day. We're gonna kick it off with your morning jam of the day, the week, the thing that is defining your week, your self-empowerment song. We're back with more celebrity birthday quiz. You got your Black History Month moment for tomorrow. Ida B. Wells. Mary Church Terrell's sister friend who's doing the work as well. We also have What Would You Do Wednesday? We have scenarios that we're going to throw at you. You can also throw scenarios to us, and we're going to figure out what would you do, whether
Please
from a
make
movie,
your
TV
Halloween
show.
performance story a what would you do so that we can all sort of
If
sit
you
with.
saw these terrible children performing, ugh.
All
All
right.
right. I don't know if I want to
I'll
put you in
figure
that
it about it.
scenario, but
Uh,
we'll do it. We also have some news that has potential, some stories that have potential to do some good stuff. We'll play while in or working it as well. Different situation scenarios. Was this person while in or were they working it? And closing out with some Wednesday wisdom and what are you watching? So that's what tomorrow is. That's
Can't
what
wait.
tomorrow is.
Cannot wait. And if you're having the best time and you're like, well, I want to keep watching shows, don't worry about it. Backchannel's got you. After us, they have the Anthony Davis show coming at you. Then your pal Hal, and wrapping up the day with Mario Smith. So tons of great programming for you right here on Backchannel.
Well, we want to thank our amazing producer, Sarah Brown. And remember, you can all go over to www.backchannel.tv and hit that leave a review button and send us your thoughts. What do you liking the show? You're loving it? Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Let us know.
Well, thank you for watching Get On Up. I am James Arthur M.
And I'm Renee Colvert, and you just
Get
on
on up.
up. Have a good day, guys.